What's going on, beer lovers? Welcome to another episode. I'm Jeff.
And I'm Jacob. And today we're going to be reviewing Monkish Brewing's Bomb Atomically, which is a 8.3% double IPA, which looks absolutely gorgeous. Woo!
Have you already poured yours?
Oh yeah, I already poured.
Well, shit, I'm behind.
Hey, the last one I was behind, now you're behind.
For those of you who maybe don't live near Monkish at all or not super familiar with their beer, Bomb Atomically is one of their frequent releases. They come out with this probably 3 or 4 times a year, even though they produce probably 50 or more can releases a year. And the reason why is because it's extremely popular. It's double dry hopped. It's got a wonderful recipe, and of course, a really good hazy IPA. You're going to keep trying to replicate it, so there we are. So, Jacob, you want to go in for the nose first?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's a really good, solid, you can definitely tell it's loaded with hops. I will say, though, this smells a lot more like that kind of hop schmear smell, where it's like, this is definitely a hazy, and I can't quite identify what the hops are, but there's a lot of them.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting more on the citrus fruit for the nose, like tangerines, grapefruit, but definitely more like on the overripe side. I really want to say tangerine more than anything, because it's like a super sweet, acidic almost smell. But
Okay.
the one thing that I really get out of this is you can almost smell the softness from the malt profile, which is, to me, I'm like, wow, how do you get that aroma out of it? I don't know, it just, to me, it's a very welcoming aroma. It's soft, it's not super pronounced, but it's still very welcoming. So, and I mean,
It's a double IPA, but it wants to be gentle with me.
Yeah, you just gotta check out, I mean, the color itself of this beer is just perfection. I think every home brewer aims to make their hazy look exactly like this. So, are you ready to dig in?
I'm waiting, man.
All right, well, here we go. Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow, that's kind of a lot of bitterness up front. Not quite what I expected.
It's a really interesting finish for me. It's kind of on the drier side. There's something that lingers on the palate too.
It's got some residual bitterness lingering a little bit. But then the other thing for me is you're right. I think it has to do with the dry finish. It's almost like champagne finish. It's like the beer is there and then it's
kind
gone.
of like a brute wine.
It's gone and it just took a big bitter dump on your palate.
That's what we go to Monkish for, big bitter dumps.
Big bitter dumps. Something else I would note about this beer is it's definitely got more of that fruit rind in the flavor, the outside of it.
Rind is a really good call.
Yeah, it's like that. It's the bitterness of a fruit. So, you always try to peel the skin away. That white stuff that's under the skin, I'm getting a lot of that on this beer. Not necessarily the most pleasant flavor in my personal opinion. I do like the fruit character in it, but I don't know if I like the bitterness as much.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I think to me, it kind of lets you know that this is a double IPA, which sometimes is nice to know what you're drinking like that, for it to feel as big as it actually is, because 8.3, I mean, that's no slouch, right? I will also say that those rind, pithy kind of qualities in fruit and beer, some people love them, some people hate them, so that's obviously, not going to be everyone's cup of tea. I think this works, but I'll agree with you, it's not necessarily my favorite flavor either.
Yeah, I mean, the pithiness, like, don't get me wrong, I actually really enjoy just the citrus that comes from that pithiness. It's just, I don't know if I like the bitterness, because especially with this beer, that dry finish leaves that lingering pithy bitterness on my tongue, which tells me that I couldn't drink more than maybe 2 of these, and then I couldn't really drink anything else at that point.
Yeah, I was going to say I would probably just drink one and then want to switch like flavor profiles completely, probably.
If you could.
Well, yeah, if I had that option available, which normally I do. But yeah, I would drink one of these and then kind of want something else. If I was on like a, out camping or something and I had like a 4-pack of this, I would do one, switch to something else. Maybe I'd go back. But if I did go back 8.3%, I'd probably be like, so it's a fun beer. Not my favorite though. How's that?
All right. Well, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into scoring. So if I was going to score this beer, I think I would give it, it's like between a 7 or an 8. I'm going to give it an 8, mostly because it's still a good beer. It's really good. I mean, Monkish is not going to put out bad stuff. And I think the only reason why I'd give it a 7 is just because I'm not enjoying that pithiness so much, but I know that there are people that enjoy that in their beer, and I don't want to ding it for that quality because that's not really fair. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give it an 8. I would totally drink this again and again. I just don't know if I would want to buy a lot and drink a lot of it. That's it.
Yeah, this is one of those where I would not complain about buying a 4-pack, but I would never buy 2 4-packs of this. And I couldn't drink more than 2 in a row, probably just 1. I would give the aroma probably like a 6.5 to 7. It's a good aroma, but it's not the best. Definitely had plenty of beers with just a bigger, fuller
punch.
Just, more enjoyable. Flavor-wise, it's probably, I'd say 7. Solid, I would recommend it. It's not like I'm going to say, like, oh, don't bother with that one, try this instead. I'd be like, oh yeah, Bomb Atomically? Like, fuck yeah, it's good shit.
Alright guys, so that is going to be our review for Bomb Atomically from Monkish Brewing. If you enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up. Share with your friends. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We appreciate the support. We're working through this whole quarantine thing just to give you guys some content. Even if it's a beer that, like, hardly anybody can get.
And give ourselves some sanity.
And we're losing our sanity. Slowly. If you guys enjoyed this format, by the way, please leave a comment below. Let us know what worked for you, what didn't work for you. If this is something that you guys enjoy, then we can try to do more of these. Jacob and I are not roommates, but we do live pretty close to each other. So if there's like a beer that we need to review, it's very easy to get beer to one another. So just let us know, and we'll be happy to do more of these. This is pretty easy. So we would appreciate your feedback. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again next time on Let's Have Some Beer. Cheers.
Let's have some beer.
Today is May 2nd, and I'm brewing a tropical Belgian wit. So if you want to learn how to make it, stay tuned.